Brendan, how mouth-watering a Scottish Cup tie is this?
Yes, well, we're really looking forward to it. Should be a great game, great atmosphere. So yeah, we're excited by it.
How tough a game do you feel it will be for your team?
Yeah, I think in this game, the context of the game is totally different to when we played a couple of weeks ago. We've had 150% focus this week on the game. The energy in the game will be totally different, and I expect a difficult game, but I also expect Hibs to have a very difficult game also.
Is that something that after the last game at Easter Road, have you learned anything, or do you expect a faster start from your team given what happened at Easter Road?
Yeah, I think, like I said, the context of that game, we're coming off the back of towards the end of a really busy schedule, coming off the game of an away European game. Hibs started well, got the goal after a few minutes, which gave them belief, and then they scored late on in the half. Second half, we dominated the game. I felt that we got an equaliser in 82 minutes, which then can change the course of the game and the result. But it wasn't to be. But no, I come away from the game seeing a team that's very well organised, in a different space to what they were at the beginning of the season. Very structured in their play in the game, and I've got some dangerous players. So it's a game we know we have to be very good in to get to the semi-final.
How good is it to have a full week to prepare for this one?
Well, it is. It's pretty unique, really, and over the course of the last 3 months or so. And you can't begin to imagine what that gives you in terms of the opportunity to prepare, to recover, mentally, physically. And then, like I say, we're playing at home, which we love to play at home. We'll have 50,000 supporters that will be with us in the game, and we're very hungry to get to Hampden.
Will there be any different dynamic when there'll be a big away crowd as well?
I just think it'll be fantastic. I think having that number of away supporters is great. Hibs are on a very good run, so the supporters will be buoyed by that as well, and will come and support the team, and that'll activate our supporters as well. So it should be a great atmosphere.
Brendan, you couldn't have asked for a better response, I guess, from your team from that game, from Easter Road, after that.
Yeah, I think that, listen, these players have been absolutely brilliant for me this season. Dealt with so much over the course of the season, but in the main have been so consistent in performance level. But not just performance level, in order to perform well, you need the right mentality. So the mentality of the team, the consistency has been very good. We lost that game, and we have to take that and learn from it. But like you say, the reaction in terms of goals and attacking play has been very good. And like I said, we wanted a little bit of time that would freshen up our defensive quality, because that in the main has been very good all season, and probably just the little bit of tiredness has crept into some of our defending. So, but this week has been really good, and we look to put in a complete performance.
Everyone available?
Liam Scales will probably miss out. Cheekbone from the St Mirren game, where he was showed great courage to continue with that. But he's had an X-ray on that, so we have to be mindful of it.
Brendan, can I just get your take this week? The SPFL announced that for the next League Cup appearance at Hampden, 500 tickets docked for Celtic. What you should take that must be disappointment.
Listen, it's with the club. The club have made the statement on it, so I always want, obviously, our support base to have as many supporters that they can be there, with noise, with colour, with everything, and that's what makes our support absolutely brilliant. So yeah, I seen that, but I know the club are dealing with that.
Just going back to we talk about 7,000 away fans, it seems like the Celtic supporters bought all the tickets as well. Just about, does that show that the magic of the Scottish Cup is still alive? And we talked about spectacle last week, with in regards to Rangers Celtic allocations as well. To have that atmosphere is going to make it a kind of special occasion as well.
Yeah, I think it is, and all the games, it's you can't dismiss what it means to have away supporters in your ground. because that creates the atmosphere, that creates the rivalry. And I don't know, especially in the Celtic Rangers games, we haven't had that for a few years. But this here game will show that the passion that is there from both sets of supporters, and that will roll onto the pitch, I'm pretty sure, and create for a great atmosphere.
We've seen some pretty empty stadiums down in England with the FA Cup this season, and it seems like the Scottish Cup's kind of alive and kicking as well. Is that good to have that? The competition seems to be a focal point for every team in the country.
Well, absolutely is. I think up here we can never forget about that. The history around the competition itself, us as a football club being the most successful club in it, it tells you everything what it means to us here. And like I say, from my first spell here coming in 2016, I've always recognised the importance of this competition. So, which is why we give absolutely everything to try and win it. But I think every team is the same. Every team up here, they love the magic of the Scottish Cup. That final at Hampden, it's such a special trophy to play for. So yeah, I think, and especially when you get to the quarter-final stage, you can, the final is there, but you have to just focus on that game and the games that can take you there.
This will be your 20th Scottish Cup tie as manager up here, Brendan. You've won the previous 19. I mean, has it given you some of your greatest moments as manager?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that coming here, I think what I said when I came back, that my promise to supporters was to win, was to fight for them and the players, and to have progress in Europe. And I think the winning and winning trophies is, like I said, is what I said I wanted to do when I came in. It's very much a part of the game here at Celtic, and obviously the Scottish Cup being an opportunity to win a really special trophy. So for me, every game in this competition is so important, and I hope I can keep the record going.
In terms of the squad, is Callum okay? Obviously, Felix can't.
Yeah, he trained this morning, so should be fine. Yeah.
Is Paulo Bernardo?
No, he won't. Paulo won't be until after the international break. So I doubt he will make Rangers, but definitely after that he should be okay.
And not to labour the point on the pyro, but obviously you've asked the fans at some points this season not to use it. The club have now obviously asked the fans not to use it. Do you think now that it's affecting the potential for fans to get into games, maybe the message will finally get through?
Well, hopefully. I think, as I said, I have to say, what the group within our support base, they give us an amazing support, and like I said, the colour, everything that they bring is so good. I think it is something, I have to say, that is, I'm not going to be closed on my thinking on it either, because I know it is some, in other countries where it is accepted and there is engagement there with supporters to have it. But I think normally over here in the UK we deem it as more dangerous than being a part of the colour of the game. So, but yeah, I just think if it has a possibility to affect people's health and puts them in any danger, then I just think there's other things that we can do that can that still create an amazing atmosphere. And I've seen it so many times what we can do without the pyro. So, but like I said, I like the other people and many other people within the clubs. We just hope that we can have games that are safe and that supporters can come and really support the team.
Your old colleague and rival Jose Mourinho opened the door to potentially managing in Scotland one day this week. Could you imagine the day Jose's managing?
Well, I've heard he's taken my job. So yes. So listen, he's a great man. You guys would love him up here. There'd be plenty of headlines for you instead of the boring Irish man that's sat here. But But no, he's good value, Jose, and obviously, I mean, a top manager.
Would he bring some calm to Scottish football, do you think?
Listen, I will give you no headline, David. I think you know the answers.
Would you make Hibs a revival? Obviously, it's kind of formed team right now in Scotland. It's as hard a tie as you could get, I suppose.
Yeah. As I said, I think it's a really difficult game, but I also think it's a really difficult game for them. You know, I think it's one where I think David's done great. I was so pleased for him, and I think I've mentioned this before, leading into our last game. But I think it just shows you if you stay with your manager, because I know it was a really, really difficult start for him. But I think the players clearly were committed to David and his staff and his work. The people up the stairs clearly were. Because sometimes it takes you a little bit of time to figure out your best systems, your best style, whatever it is you want to play. Because there's no doubt they've changed a little bit of their style and how they want to work, but it still is very effective. So really delighted for him as a young manager coming in at a club he loves, club where he's an iconic figure, to then show that he could get over that little sticky start. And that's also a great credit to the club, because you have to give managers time to do that. The sun isn't shining every day as a manager. You know, you have difficult days and you have difficult games. But he clearly has a real passion for the club, has a professionalism, and that has seen him through. And like you say, in terms of results, doing very, very well.
Just come back to Liam Scales, is there a time scale on that one?
There's a lame scale, but a time, no, we'll have to see on that next week.
And Austin Trustees, I take it, is just...
I just did a few stitches, but he's fine.